Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to Roberto's Journals. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a braces update, and this is going to be my update for month 13. So 1 year gone, and we're well into the next part of our braces journey together. Now, this month is going to be another disappointing month in terms of not much has happened. In terms of visible progress, but I feel like things are happening in my mouth which should prove that there is some progress. Hear me out. I'm going to explain everything to you, and then maybe I just need you guys in the comments down below to just tell me that everything is going to be okay and trust the process. And yes, things are happening, that maybe just not as quickly as I'd like them to, but you know, some encouragement would be really appreciated. So I went for my adjustment recently, and they kept the same wires in both sets of teeth. They put a power chain back here, but they kept the same bands here at the bottom just to see if this canine, the stubborn canine, would still move with the current wire that's currently attached. Now, my orthodontist Chig did say that in a couple of weeks, so around now, he's going to contact me back to try and get me in to see Sarah, that specialist again, because she was the one that actually put this bracket on this canine. So I believe he's going to ask her back in because it hasn't moved how it's supposed to move or how they thought it was going to move. So I believe Chig's going to ask for her expertise again to see what the next step is going to be. I've had so many thoughts and guesses of what I think they might do with this canine, and to be honest, all of the options that I've been thinking of what they're going to do to finally move that canine, I'm not particularly bothered anymore, because I just want it to move so that we can progress onto the next part of my braces journey, which is closing the gaps and everything. But I feel like my progress is being stalled once again, purely because of one tooth. Gosh, how can you believe one tooth can actually affect so much? But here we are. So as I mentioned before, I think Chig is perfectly happy with my top teeth, hence why he put the power chain back in, and then just stuck with the regular elastic bands that are going to keep the wire in place at the bottom rather than a power chain itself. Now, I must say, I am glad that I've got the power chain back in the top teeth, and I suppose I can even feel it now as I'm trying to think how I'm going to describe it to you. My top teeth feel a lot more tighter than, that's not to be confused with pain, it just feels tight compared to my bottom set of teeth here. The best way to describe it, if you've already had your braces put in, when you go for your adjustment and they remove the wire, you can feel your teeth just relax, like they want to kind of move where they want to move to. And then when they put the wire back in along with the elastic bands, they feel tighter again. Now, of course, here, yes, you got the wire in place and it does feel tight at the bottom, but you can imagine with the power chain, because it's all trying to bring everything together, it feels a lot more tighter. And then naturally, when I had my adjustment done the first couple of days afterwards, it was quite sore having the power chain here, because remember, before this adjustment, I'd gone away from power chain, took the power chains off. For it to go back on again, the pain came back as well, everywhere. So the first couple of days was a bit dismal. And yeah, the first couple of days weren't so great, but it's got used to it now where I can pretty much eat what I want to eat again, within reason, of course. But it's just not as sore, but I can certainly feel the tightness still. Now, one thing I want to talk to you guys about, and this is the part that I want to explain to you so that it gives you a reason to tell me that everything is going to be fine and that there is still progress in this month. Now, my bite has changed a lot since this adjustment, and I'm guessing that's because my top my top set of teeth have the power chains in and this one doesn't. Now, I've noticed that multiple teeth, as I've mentioned many times in my previous videos, multiple teeth are touching in different areas compared to before this adjustment, where I was kind of feeling that my top teeth were meeting my bottom teeth quite comfortably and quite naturally, whereas now it just doesn't feel natural at all. When I bite down my teeth together, it feels comfortable, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't feel as natural as it did before this adjustment. And also, every day I take a picture of my teeth with this particular angle like this. And when I take this picture of my teeth, I can feel already that this canine is touching this incisor here, and it never used to. So surely this means that this canine is moving. Because if this canine didn't move, then it wouldn't meet this tooth, right? That's the part I want you guys to kind of help me out with. What do you think? So let me do this angle here. So I would always take a picture every day. I take a picture of my teeth like this. And you can see how it's touching here. It never ever used to do that. And then only, I think last week or maybe around a week and a half ago, I noticed that it was touching it. And it looks like as well, if I angle it down, it looks like this canine is going like on top of this teeth. Now, talking about the gaps in my teeth as well, this gap has closed here. It's got this little gap at the top here where my teeth are triangular and fanning out, but you can see that it's closed here. But you can also see this one is closing. You can see it's trying to move in this direction here. And then also, can you see how this gap has reappeared here? Now I'm guessing, now that I'm showing you this gap, I'm guessing this is what Chig and Sarah would hope that would happen with this canine here. That there would be a gap here, the same way there's a gap here. I think that's what they hoped would happen. And I think they're going to see that it did work here because that gap was fully closed before the adjustment. And then they're going to see that it didn't happen here. Oh, and also, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but the way they position this bracket on this tooth, it's kind of raised it a bit. And I think what they said they were going to do is once it's aligned, they're going to push it back down again with how they realign, how they re-put the bracket back on, I think. I don't know. I hope. So that's it for this month, guys, for month 13. Again, I suppose this is where there's not much visible progress, not as quickly as the previous 12 months has happened, where everything is progressing quite quickly and you can visibly see changes with my teeth. And I suppose this month and the previous month as well, purely because of this one canine, has stalled the process. So yes, there's not too much to update you with this time round, but again, it's still important for me to log this for myself and to share with you that you might have some months where your progress will be stalled. But then again, I suppose that's a whole part of the process, and that we need to trust the process, and eventually we will get towards the perfect smile that I've been wanting for a very long time. But these things happen, and that we just have to accept them and allow them to be a part of the braces journey. And like I said before as well, yes, there hasn't been too much happening with my teeth, but something is happening because I can feel it. If I'm doing something every single day and I notice that something is changing, that has to mean that something is moving with my teeth, just maybe not as quickly as I would like it to. So there you have it, guys. Month 13, tick, on to month 14. And let's see how many more months it's going to take for this to even sort itself out. I'll let you know when Chig gets in touch with me to go back in to see him and Sarah. And it'll be interesting to see what they're going to say about my tooth. I can't wait to ask them lots of questions to see what their next plan is with that canine. So let's see. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, if you want to know what happens when I meet with Chig and Sarah, to see what's going to happen with this tooth. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget to write any comments, any questions, suggestions, updates with your own journeys down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. I love the company along this journey, and I love keeping you guys company as well along with your journeys also. But yes, thank you again. Thank you once again for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. Remember to be kind, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.